Hello everyone. We are having a critical time because of the second wave of COVID-19. This time we are not able to enjoy the basic things in our lives. Teaching learning process is the right of every student and the teachers. But in this condition, we are not able to interact with each other. My students can't interact properly with me, and I am not able to interact with my students properly. But the show must go on, and today I will present you some people through this story, Lost Spring, who are having the lack of these kind of things in their lives, but having a very beautiful hope to get their future bright. Students, this is your Amit sir, and I welcome you all in English class. Today we will cover the first part of the story Lost Spring, Stories of a Stolen Childhood by Anish Chand. In my previous video, I had given you all the background of the author and the stories and information related with the chapter. So today I will directly jump into the first part of the chapter Lost Spring. Students, setting up the first part of the story is Simapuri. Simapuri is a place beside of the national capital of our country, New Delhi. Most of the people who are living in Simapuri are very poor. Very means very poor, extremely poor. They don't have a proper house. Their houses are made of mud. The roof of the house are made of tarpaulin, tin. They don't have a proper sanitation. The people are not able to get the proper drinking water and safe drinking water. Their sewage system is very bad. And the ironical condition is that they are living beside of our national capital. Students, the people who are living in Simapuri have ration cards to buy grains and are like vote banks. People who are living in Simapuri are like the vote banks for the politicians. Politicians make promises to make their life better, but after winning the elections, they don't return. People who are living in Simapuri has one job: collecting the regs. Most of the people who are living in Simapuri are reg pickers. Even the children are engaged in that kind of work. Garbage means from the place the children collect some valuable things. वो कचड़े का ढेर is having two meaning. For elder, the garbage means livelihood, and for the children, the heap of the garbage is the heap of wonder, because sometimes they get coins and currency notes. Means children get coins and currency notes from the garbage. Children who lives in Simapuri are not having proper schooling, and they are not able to fulfill their dreams. Even they are not wearing the proper shoes. Most of the children are barefooted, or their bare body is suffering so many pains living in that area. Now the explanation of the first part. The author Anish Chand met with a boy whose name is Sahib Alam. Sahib Alam lived in that area, Simapuri, and he collected some valuable things from the heap of the garbage. वह कचड़े के ढेर से कुछ जरूरी चीजों को चुनता है, and he sells those things and collects money. The boy tells author that he has left his home in Bangladesh long ago and does not have many memories of that place. These kind of people who left their home from Bangladesh and they came to India before 1971, and those who came to India before 1971 are accepted by Indian government and they are provided the citizenship of India. The fields, the homes had been swept away by a storm. बाढ़ में वो उनका घर सब कुछ बह गया in Bangladesh, and because of that they moved to India. They moved to India in the search of a better life. Students, the story doesn't end at this place. The author, Anis Jan, asked him, why does he work of rag picking, to which the boy replies that he has nothing to do. The author advises him to go to school, but the boy says that there is no school in his neighborhood. The author asks him, author उससे पूछती है, लेखिका उससे पूछती है that he would like to come to school if she opens. अगर वह स्कूल ओपन करती है तो क्या वह उसमें पढ़ने आएगा? The boy says definitely he will come. Student, this is a very painful condition of the story, that some children are not able to enjoy their basic things of the life. पढ़ना, लिखना, खेलना, कूदना is the basic requirement of the children, and Sahib Alam is not able to enjoy his basic things. And when the author focuses the name of Sahib Alam, she finds that the meaning of Sahib Alam is Lord of Universe, and that time she sinks into a very much pain. उसको बहुत बुरा लगता है कि जिस बच्चे का नाम लॉर्ड ऑफ यूनिवर्स है, पूरी ब्रह्मांड का मालिक, पूरी दुनिया का मालिक, वो रैग पिकिंग कर रहा है. The author sees him roaming with other rag pickers. All of them are barefoot and few of them are wearing different shoes in different legs. कुछ ऐसे भी बच्चों को वो देखती है कि उनके दो पैरों में दो अलग अलग तरह के जूते हैं. Some say that their mother has not given them shoes. Some say that they don't like to wear shoes. And some says that which shoe they have found in the heap of garbage they had taken as their fortune. जैसा भी जूता उन्हें फेंका हुआ मिल गया, उसे उन्होंने अपना भाग्य समझ करके पहन लिया. Students, one winter morning, the writer saw Sahib standing by the fence of a club. एक क्लब के सामने खड़ा उसको देखती है. He was watching a tennis game being played by two young men. Sahib liked the game but could not play it. He told the writer that he went inside the club when it would be closed. He was allowed to take swings by the guard there. वहाँ पर वो कुछ देर घूमने फिरने और झूले झूलने का एंजॉयमेंट कर लेता है और गार्ड ने उसको अलाउ कर दिया है आफ्टर द क्लोजिंग ऑफ द क्लब. The writer saw that Sahib was also wearing a tennis shoes, but they didn't look appropriate with his dress, which was worn out and had faded. उसके ड्रेस के साथ शूट नहीं कर रहे थे. The author figured out that he had got them from a heap of garbage. ऑथर को पता चलता है कि उसको जो जूते मिले हैं एक कचड़े के ढेर से मिले हैं. Although due to garbage dump, Sahib's dream of wearing shoes had been partially fulfilled, but his desire to play tennis would never be fulfilled. Sahib had a desire to play tennis. He wanted to be a tennis player, but his dream looks like a mirage. मिराज का मतलब होता है जो प्रॉपरली दिखाई न दे और एक जो है डिस्ट्रैक्शन बनाए. The author feels that wearing shoes is not a tradition, but in the way of poverty they are suffering is very bad. One morning, the author met with Sahib, who was on his way to the milk booth. साहेब दूध लेने जा रहा है मिल्क बूथ पर. He was holding a steel container. He told her that he had got a job at the nearby tea stall. He would earn 800 rupees a month and get meals too. साहेब ऑथर को बताता है, लेखिका को बताता है कि that he had got a job at the tea stall and he was getting 800 rupees per month as a salary, and he is also getting the meals. खाना भी उसको मिलता है. But getting so many things like salary, meals, Sahib is not happy. Sahib is thinking that this time he is not his own master. अब वो अपने मन का मालिक नहीं है and he has to work under someone's supervision. किसी दूसरे के अंदर में आकर के उसको काम करना पड़ता है. And because of that, Sahib is not enjoying his childhood, his basic things in his life. And here the story ends. Student, this is the first part of the story. In this part we have seen the character of Sahib-e-Alam. Sahib-e-Alam is a boy of 10 years old. He is a rag picker. He is collecting things from the garbage, and because of that he is able to run his family. उसके बाद हम लोग ये देखते हैं कि साहिब is working at a tea stall. He is getting 800 rupees as a salary. He is getting meal also, but he is not happy because he is not enjoying his childhood. Even he is thinking that the life of a rag picker was better than the life of a tea seller. चाय बेचने वाले से रेग पिकर का लाइफ अच्छा था, because at that place means at rag picking he was able to do the things of his wish, but at tea stall he has to work in someone's supervision. And here the first part ends. In the next class I will send you the video of the second part. Till then, have a nice day, enjoy learning, goodbye.